Preacher Boy Inc.
Y'all want to see what true accountability looks like? I'm about to show y'all what true accountability looks like and sounds like, with grace, with some truth, and in love. Stay tuned.
Gutta And Saved, they can't stand me.
Y'all already know what time it is. I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell for notification to stay plugged in with Gutta And Saved. Larry Whitehead, y'all know, the flashy bishop who got laid down in front of his church congregation. Now, what I mean by laid down, for those who don't know, he got robbed while he was preaching in front of his congregation. Now, I don't feel comfortable calling him a bishop. You know what I mean? Heck, I tread the line lightly, even calling him a follower of Christ, real rap, but who am I? Y'all know I'm not one of those social media influencers / preachers who get on social media and always headhunting for pastors who preach, wrong stuff and teach wrong stuff and false prophets. I ain't one of those social media influencers, but we gotta call the bull. We gotta call the bull out. I gotta call this preacher out, man. I was scrolling through his TikTok, man. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and it's not looking good for him, man. A lot of stuff is being said about him in these social media streets, and bruh, man, it's really not looking good for you. I came across this video on his IG page, man, that really rubbed me the wrong way, man. Let's check out this clip real quick, man. Y'all check this out.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is the Bishop Whitehead, and I'm gonna walk y'all into my prayer closet. This is my prayer closet. And one would think that, wow, look at your closet. Got all my priestly robes and more. Designer coats, you name it, Gucci, Louis, you name it. Fendi, you name it. More coats. And then when you walk into my shoe closet, every designer wear for days. But I didn't come on to talk about.
Listen, I'm cool with pastors having money, man. I'm cool with pastors wearing designer stuff. I'm cool. I got nice stuff. I wear nice stuff. But what was the point of you going on your live on Instagram and saying that that's your prayer closet when everything you said in that 10-minute video had nothing to do with the implications of a prayer closet out the scriptures? You was leading people astray. Like, I don't know what was your motives in you showing it off and saying that's your prayer closet, but your motives was not biblical, and it's obvious. But like I said, I'm cool with pastors having nice things. If they can afford to buy and wear designer stuff, by all means, do you. I got nice stuff. I wear nice stuff. I see nice stuff. I got nice stuff. You know what I mean? But that's not the foundation of why I serve Christ. As a follower of Christ myself, the representation you just displayed was not the radiance of Christ, and you did not demonstrate the radiance of Christ properly. With all the stigma, behind the American church and the misrepresentation of the money management that the American church have, demonstrated around the world, you just broaden that mindset of people. When they look at the church, they see these preachers, they call them pimps and pulpits and all that stuff. You just actually solidified their belief system and why they believe that a lot of preachers are pimps. It's preachers like you that makes it hard for us true believers, true followers of Christ to break through to the unbelieving world, to help them understand that those type of preachers are false, and we will call them out when they on they nonsense. We will call their mess out like I'm calling them out now. It's preachers like you who makes us genuine followers of Christ look bad when we got money from an honest living. Now, what I mean by honest living, I'm talking about preachers who still work a 9 to 5, got some nice investments. They may have inherited some money, or, however they gain their wealth or their way of living, whether it could be just from basic money management that enables them to live a certain lifestyle like me. I can live a certain lifestyle because I'm good with my money. I'm good with managing money. So if I'm good with managing my money, I could actually, live a certain lifestyle because I'm able to manage my money. I was just having a conversation with one of my friends, and he was like, "Well, you're not a preacher." And I said, "I may not be a preacher in a pulpit, but I preach every day. I'm on social media. I preach, I'm out on the streets and I preach, and people do see me as an influencer. People do see me as a form of a preacher. And they also see me. I drive a nice car. I wear nice stuff. I have nice stuff, but I don't project it, and I don't actually like overbear it on people." And he said, "You know what? I understand, but bruh, you have way too much smut on your name. Now, I won't bring up your past, but what I will do, I will bring up your reputation in these streets as a pastor. From what people are saying, you have a reputation of scamming your own congregants that go to your church out of money. One in particular saying you stole $90K from her, and it's still being litigated as we speak. 2 weeks prior to you being robbed, they say, the feds kicked in your door. Now, some other stuff going on about they saying that you did some type of PPP stuff. Now, I don't know. Right now, that's alleged, so I'm not going to go down that path. So nobody start a rumor on that because it's still alleged. But Larry, I know this portion of scripture I'm about to, kind of remind you of. They say iron sharpens iron. I'm going to sharpen you a little bit because I know this scripture, but I'm going to say it anyway. Proverbs 22 verse 1. A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, and favor is better than silver or gold. Now, according to this scripture here, Larry, it looks like you're choosing riches and silver and gold over a good name. Now, I checked out your little press conference, man. You calling people false. You saying it's fake news. You doing all, you playing the merry-go-round with people. And I understand, but the fact that your name is mixed up in all this mess is already a loss for you, bro. Real rap. It's already a loss for you. The fact that your name is mixed up in fraud and all this stuff. I happen to know some preachers who has a bigger platform in church than you. People talk about them, right? But I could say one thing. Their name isn't mixed up in fraud and stealing money. Their name mixed up in all the other stuff, like they may not preach a certain doctrine that another person may submit to and stuff like that. Their names are mixed up and stuff like that. And that's cool if your name is mixed up in, well, I don't believe a certain doctrine he preached, which it is a certain doctrine that you preach I don't agree with this whole prosperity and money and all that stuff. And again, I don't care for pastors having money. If they have money, do you. If they have, investments that they invested in that help them accumulate their wealth, do you. But I'm not the one for the prosperity teachings. A friend of mine and I was talking about this the other day, and he said Joel Osteen, Kenneth Copeland, and all those folk over there, they wear designers, and they wear the fancy jewelries and all that in the pulpit. And I say, yeah, they do. Yeah, that's true. They do. But there's a cultural difference. We need to understand that there's a cultural differences. Black folk wear the designer urban wear stuff. Joel Osteen and Kenneth Copeland, all of them, they wear the same designer stuff. But they wear the 3-piece suits. They wear the Gucci and the Louis V, the suits. They wear the Rolexes. They drive the Rolls Royces, the Bentleys, and the Ferraris. They live in big houses and all that stuff. They wives dress in the Louis Vuitton and all that stuff. So yeah, they, I ain't gonna say a lot of the preachers, but the big name preachers who have large congregations, whether they black or white, they all doing the same thing, man. They all doing the same thing. It's a cultural difference. So of course, when they see a black pastor like this, this Larry Whitehead, wearing a Gucci suit where have with the Gucci prints all over it. Y'all see that picture, or Louis Vuitton, whatever it is, Fendi. I don't know. I can't afford them type of suits. You know, I make a good living for myself, but I ain't knowing that level, and I'm cool where I'm at. By the grace of God, I'm cool. But it's one last thing that I wonder, man. I wonder whether Larry Whitehead, Joel Osteen, Kenneth Copeland, and all the rest of those prosperity preachers, I wonder, do they have this in common? Do they have the same type of fancy prayer closet with all their designer clothes and shoes and bags and suits in them? And they go in there and they get all righteously praying, oh God, and this, that, and the third. I wonder, do they got, are they prayer closet all the same?
Gutta and Saved, they can't stand me.